It is day 3 of student protests at Howard University. They've been camped out at the school's Blackburn Center, and they say that they will stay there until all of their demands are met. They're asking for better housing for incoming freshmen, an in-person town hall meeting with Howard University's president, and the reinstatement of students, faculty, and alumni as voting members of the school's board of trustees.
We demand change. We demand humane living conditions. We demand for us to be respected. We cannot be embarrassed anymore. This action would be nothing without the actual student body. So we made an all call, and the bison came. So we will continue to shut down Blackburn until all 3 of our demands are met.
Joining us now is Ty Davis, a student from Howard University who's taking part in that sit-in. And Ty, welcome to BNC Live.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to talk about this.
Students finally had a meeting with the president and administration officials. The VP of Student Affairs released a statement saying they remain open to a dialogue. How satisfied were you with what has progressed so far?
We're not satisfied because this is only a start. Our demands are an in-person town hall with President Frederick, not a meeting with just a few of us who don't represent all of us. They represent themselves and maybe some of the group, but a lot of people have their own concerns and their own issues. So it's a start, but none of us are satisfied, and we're not going to be until we get exactly what we asked for.
And we've been learning more today about some of the conditions that students are angry about. Talk to us a little bit about that and the frustrations that got us to this point.
Well, there have been a lot of reports of mold in dorms. We're not quite sure if it's black mold or if it's just regular mold, but regardless, it's disgusting and frustrating. I remember hearing about a girl who had mushrooms growing in her shower. I know about kids who have had to start taking like army sort of showers because when they shower, it gets so bad that they start to struggle to be able to breathe. In one of our dorms, there was flooding, and it took them about 4 hours to get to kids to get them relocated. All of their stuff was destroyed. Everything that they bought, their entire room was like flooded and full of water. In one of the boys' dorms, there are bugs in the showers. Gnats and roaches. There's rats in our cafeterias where people are eating on a daily basis, and that's just the stuff that we can see where we're eating. We have no clue what's happening behind the counter. We're frustrated because we've been trying to talk to administration about this for forever. Like, this is not where we began. We tried to do everything by protocol. We emailed everybody that we were supposed to be emailing, and we called everybody we were supposed to be calling, and we did everything that they told us that we were supposed to do, and nobody ever got back to us, and nobody ever tried to help us in a way that really mattered. They told us, go talk to other people. I'm sure everybody's heard about the Howard runaround at this point. They tell you to go to call somebody else, and then they tell you to go call somebody else, and you get stuck in this cycle, and then nobody ever helps you, so you just give up and you deal with it, and we're done dealing with it.
You personally have taken part in this sit-in. Is there any concern, or do you personally have concerns that there could be punitive action taken against you or some of your friends for violating the code of conduct during the sit-in?
I do not worry about that. One, because we have not violated any code of conduct. In our student code of conduct on page, I believe, 101, we have the right to protest anything that we feel is unjust or not correct, and that is exactly what we're doing. So technically, we have not violated any student code of conduct rules, but when we did talk to the president, he said he fully supports our 4th demand, which we added later in the protest, about legal and academic immunity for anybody participating. Although he said he doesn't completely oversee any of that, he does fully support us receiving that.
I think a lot of people are surprised that there are reports of this happening at Howard. I mean, it's one of the most high-profile HBCUs. It's also ranked among one of the wealthiest black colleges. So why are there these issues?
To be quite honest with you, I don't No. And we're not the first people to be dealing with this. They had protests for this in 88, they had protests for this in 2018, and now there's us in 2020, and I'm sure there are others that I can't think of off the top of my head. This is not a new issue. Nobody quite knows why we keep having this issue and we keep bringing it to the university and to administration, and they continue not fixing it. We're not entirely sure. There obviously guesses like they just like our money. Like they were not ready to have us back on campus this year. I'm paying $5,000 for a dorm that is uncomfortable to stay in, that we're not happy living in. People are paying a lot of money to live here, and nobody's happy and nobody likes it. Fully believe that they wanted money from us at the end of the day, and of course we gave it to them. A bunch of freshmen and sophomores, this is our first year on campus. This is my first year on campus. I'm a freshman, and it was never supposed to be like this. I had such big dreams about coming to Howard University. I was so excited when I got in here, and now it's nowhere that I want to be.
What's next? What happens from here?
We stay here until they give us what we want. There were originally, when we started, plans to stay only until Friday, which is today, but if they don't give us that by the end of the day, if they don't give it to us by Saturday or Sunday, we will be in here until we receive it. And if that means staying in here through our homecoming, which I believe is the 16th through the 24th, then that is what it is. We will ruin homecoming for anybody that shows up for it, if that's what it takes for us to get basic living conditions for people who pay thousands of dollars to be here every year.
I can't help but look at you and think, if you were my daughter, I would be irate. So I have to ask you, what do your parents say about this?
I was actually just on the phone with my mom earlier, probably about 10 minutes ago. I've called her every single day just to update her on what's going on. My parents personally are fully supportive. I've always been this type of person. I joined and ran a lot of protests back in my hometown in Florida. I've always been a loud and outspoken person who fought for the things that I wanted. And I don't think either of them are surprised that I'm doing this here. They're just worried about me, and they're upset that they're paying all of this money for me to live in these kinds of conditions where I have to protest for things like this, because nobody should ever have to protest for things that people just deserve.
Well, Ty Davis, thank you so much for sharing your story with us, and please keep us posted as things progress.